Welcome to the Golden State Media Concepts Beauty Tips Podcast, the show that gives you advice on everything from hair to fashion to skincare products. We'll talk about the latest trends in makeup, hairstyles, and anti-aging remedies. And we'll cover all of the newest fashion trends. If you have an interest in or questions about the beauty and fashion trends that might work best for you, the Golden State Media Concepts Beauty Tips Podcast has got you covered.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in to the GSMC Beauty Tips Podcast, brought to you by the GSMC Podcast Network. I am your host, Mel. Hi, everyone. So today is an interesting episode. Today is my appointment to go and get my eyelashes taken off. I'm a little sad they're going, but it's time. It's been quite some time now that I've had them in. So I'm getting them out. I do remember I was talking about this like a little bit ago in my other episodes on what I was going to do, what I wasn't going to do. So the decision's been made. I'm going to take them out. Here's the thing. I will totally explain myself. So I want it to be special. I don't really do a whole lot of stuff for myself in general. Like I don't get my hair done. Hello, I'm speaking. English, please. I don't get my hair done, like ever. My aunt usually cuts my hair. She used to be a hairdresser, so I don't really ever get my hair done or colored or anything. I don't get my nails done. I don't go and get my makeup done or get like facials or go to the spa or anything like that. Really ever. The only things that I have done in that realm recently is my eyebrows and my eyelashes. So it makes sense to me, it's like if I'm not doing one, I could do the other, And me and Catherine, my lash technician, talked about that the last time. If this is the only thing I'm going to do, why not do it? Which totally makes sense. But when I have any kind of an event, like a wedding or a graduation or something, literally whatever. Like I have a specific set of things that I do to get ready for that event that make me feel special and more beautiful. And like I'm putting in more time to myself for the event. Like, you get a face mask and you do a face mask like, the week of the event. And I like to go and get a spray tan because I don't like how translucent I am. You can see my veins through my legs and I think it's gross. Usually I get an eyelash lift and tint, but here we are. I have done the deed. I got the eyelash extensions. I absolutely loved them. I would definitely recommend them. Me, however, I'm a clean freak, I think, about my skin, especially about my face. I'm a clean freak. I know I've talked about this before, and it honestly scares me, like those, I know you've seen the picture, or the video of like the little nasty buggers that it says like, this is what happens to you if you don't wash off your mascara. And that terrifies me a lot. So I have this like, I don't even know if it's an irrational fear, but I just have this fear that I'm not cleansing my face enough and I'm going to get those little buggies and they're going to be living in my eyelashes. I get scared. So I like I said, I'm a clean freak. I'm washing my face at least every day and I'm going through my skincare at least once a day. So, they kind of get in the way with that. I do think that, I definitely didn't clean my eyes and my eyelashes as well as I normally do without my eyelashes on. Now, maybe if I had an oil-free cleanser, I would have gone in a little bit harder with, washing my eyes. But it's also, you have to be gentle and, so on and so forth. But honestly, I think the biggest culprit for me, as far as what made them fall out at the alarming rate that they did. I'm starting to look like Cynthia, the doll from Rugrats. It's getting a little scary. But I think the number one culprit, is how I sleep. Honestly, I sleep on my face, but like only on one side of my face. So the one eye has like literally maybe like 3 eyelashes left on it. And the other eye has like almost all of them. Like it looks practically perfect. So I look like Cynthia from the Rugrats. I've got like 2 eyelashes on. So yeah, I have made the decision to go. I have my appointment in an hour, so I thought I would film a little bit before I go and film. Oh my gosh, why do I always say that? Record a little bit before I go, and yeah, so I'm going to talk to you guys about that, obviously, give you guys a little update, and then, you know, talk to you about the whole procedure when I get back and how it went and everything. And then I thought it would be fun to talk about the new Nikkietutorials launch. So we're definitely going to talk about that. I'm going to talk all about it. I'm going to watch the video. I'm going to get totally educated. I love Nikkietutorials, so maybe, just maybe, I will buy this product. And maybe, just maybe, I will test it for you. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. But, yeah, so basically, I'm going in to get my eyelashes taken off. And, yeah, I'm going to run you guys through it. I really have no idea how this goes. I've seen a couple videos, like, they put this, like, foam on your eyelashes and then basically take, like, Q-tips and just, like, pull away at them. I don't think mine are going to be difficult to take out, because they feel like they're on their last leg. I don't think it's going to be a difficult task. I don't think it's going to take very long either. Like, if I still had a full set in, it might take a little bit longer. Like, I've watched those videos where, like, you've got those couple stubborn eyelashes that just don't want to come out. Those are some satisfying videos, too. If you've ever, like, you know, you're not into the pimple popping, you're not into the earwax removal, you're not into, like, the ingrown hair and, like, the feet stuff. I'm not into the feet stuff, I'll tell you that. That's nasty. Can't watch that. But if you're not into any of those things, the eyelash extension videos and, like, the process of getting them off, there are some really satisfying videos. They're nice to watch. So hopefully, I don't feel like it's going to take very long. I feel like it's going to be a relatively quick process because, like I said, I don't have very many eyelashes left. And then, yeah, that'll be it. I was thinking about asking her if she could tint my eyebrows while I'm there because it really only takes a couple minutes. So, like, maybe I will. I haven't made up my mind on it. I kind of just don't want to spend the money right now. That's where I'm at. I don't want to spend the money, at all. Quick little life update, I guess. I had to sell my car. My poor little guy. I've had him for a while. He owes me nothing, but I had to sell him because, you know, it was getting to the point where it wasn't worth putting the money into him anymore. So he's gone. So now I kind of have to save up and get the ball rolling on getting a new car. So I'm a little hesitant to do those things for myself, even though I know it's like nothing. It's like $50. Maybe I'll do it. Who knows? Maybe I'll as a treat. I'll treat myself. I don't know. I haven't made up my mind. I was thinking about it. But at the same time, too, the eyebrow lamination was something that I did really enjoy. However, I haven't been, like, dying to get it done again. You know what I mean? Like, it was great. It was a good process. It came out really nice. My eyebrows looked really nice for a while. But it's not like I was like, oh, my God, I have to go do it again. You know? Maybe it was the lamination process. Maybe it was the dyeing. I don't know. Because I'm not, like, you know, jumping out of my skin to go get it done again. However, I would get a lash lift and tint soon. It was nice for this period of time being able to just, like, get out of bed and look like I had put some effort into myself and not like I just rolled out of bed. So that was nice. I will say that luxury is definitely worth the price. Definitely worth the price point. And I mean, that's what I'm saying about the lift and tints, the laminations, the full extension set. Now, when I get my next one, I really think I want to do something, because I went for a natural, a classic natural set with a little bit of a fan out at the ends. And I don't know if that was the best choice for my eye shape, just because I have small eyes and I feel like they kind of made them look a little smaller. I also could be totally overthinking it and just coming up with something to say. But, like, if I get them done again, I would want them definitely, first of all, to be, like, so whispery. Oh, my gosh. I always forget to shut off my sound when I start recording. I'm sorry. But anyway. I would definitely want them to be, like, more wispy and maybe, like, feathery. Something a little bit more like those lashes, the Ardell Demi Wispies. Those are my go-to strip lash, the Ardell Demi Wispies. They're super flattering on any eye shape. They are a little long, but who doesn't like them a little long? But I always have to trim them because my eyes are super small. But if I could get a set that looks like the Ardell Demi Wispies, and maybe even in like a lighter color. I know that's weird to say, but I felt like the lashes were like a lot darker than and of course they are, but they were a lot darker than my natural lash. So then when you saw my natural lashes through them, it just looked a little funny. So like if I could get them in a lighter color, not like a brown, but maybe just something that was like a little bit more natural color-wise, because I've never been one for like volume. That's never been my what I'm looking for in a mascara, like the volumizing mascaras and like this, that, and the other thing to make them like thick and luxurious. That was never my thing. I'm a minimal girl when it comes to my mascara. Like, I really only put on the smallest bit so it looks like I'm alive and functioning. I really don't, like, go all in. Hardly ever. I don't know. It's just not what I do. I like the minimal look. I like the supernatural look. I like the just rolled out of bed like this look. That's my brand. I gotta stick to it. So maybe if I could get a set that's like, super wispy, super natural, and maybe a little bit lighter in color, so it's not like, because I don't want my lash line to be super, super voluminous, super pronounced. I feel like this is a lot to say about eyelashes, but they're important. That's like the only thing that we have now with masks. Oh my gosh, my mask needs so bad, guys. I'm suffering. I'm really suffering. I'm really getting that painful, like those big under the skin pimples. I have this one right now on my jawline that like literally hurts. Like I thought that I was like, I had a cramp in my jaw. Like I felt it and I was like, oh my gosh, my jaw is cramping up. No. It was a pimple. How crazy is that? It hurt that much. It literally hurt that much that I thought it was cramping. No, it was a pimple. Oh, it's so bad. I need to give myself a little bit more time. Especially after I just had that whole episode about self-care. I need to give myself, it's hard. I know it's hard. I talked in that episode about like self-care and how you need to take the time for yourself, but I also felt like I didn't really take the time to say that I know how hard that could be. Especially being an empath, like, I hate taking time for myself because I feel like I could be taking that time for someone else who's more important and who needs it more than me. When at the end of the day, I definitely am the one that need it more. I need it more. So, I just wanted to point that out too. I know it is really hard to take the time for yourself, and it's really hard. Sometimes it's just hard to take a shower. Sometimes it's just hard to do those basic things, like brush your teeth and take a shower. I know. Get it. I get it. Trust me. I do. But, yeah, we went off on a little tangent there. So basically, like I said, I'm going soon to get my eyelashes taken off. So I was just, chatting. We're doing a little chit chat about that. But, yeah, and then when I come back, I'm going to talk to you guys about the whole process. I'm going to run you through how it works, what happens, what we did, how long it was, everything you need to know. Because I know if it was me, I wish that I could be listening to something like this when it comes to these procedures, these processes, Just so I know what's going on, so I know what's going to happen. So that's the plan. And then my friend reached out to me the other day. She said, Melissa, have you seen the new Nikkietutorials palette? I said, no, I have not. And she said, you need to, because it is right up your alley, and I definitely think that I'm going to get it. And I was like, okay. So I am going to educate myself. I'm going to watch her release video. I'm going to figure out everything I need to know. Maybe I'll even play it as we go. I feel like sometimes that's nice to do so that I can get all the information. But yeah, we're going to talk all about that release. I'm really excited. I haven't looked at it yet, so maybe that's what I'll do. I'll wait to look at it when I get on here so that you guys can, like, hear my first response. I did that with the Jeffree Star palette, and I felt like that was interesting. So I'll do that again, and then we'll talk about it. We'll talk about everything. I think it's just an eyeshadow palette. I am not entirely sure, but I'm excited for it. I love Nikkietutorials. She was like one of the first YouTubers that I ever watched. I bought that Too Faced palette that she did. Her, like, one of her first collabs, and it was so, oh my gosh, the drama with that palette. But I owned it, I had it, I did, and I loved it. I loved that palette. I love Nikkietutorials. I'm not a fan of Too Faced, but I love Nikkietutorials. So that is the plan. That is the agenda for this episode. So buckle up. It's gonna be a good one. I could feel it in my bones. It's gonna be informative, but it's also gonna be a lot of fun because we're talking about a new launch. And I really think that this might be one of the products that I talk about and then I buy. I feel like I've done that a lot where, like, I talk about a product and I'm like, ooh, I might get this. And then I don't. Whether it be because it's out of stock or I am so frugal, which isn't always a bad thing. So, yeah, guys, buckle up. We're going to be talking about some cool stuff today. So I'm going to take a quick break and I will be right back.
The GSMC Life and Happiness podcast takes you on a journey of exploration. We'll discuss tried and true methods alongside the latest trends of how to best live your life to its fullest and happiest. From psychology to meditation, science to self-help books, the GSMC Life and Happiness podcast will help you to discover what makes you happy and how you can live life being the best you possible. Download the GSMC Life and Happiness podcast on iTunes, Stitcher, SoundCloud, Google Play, or anywhere you find podcasts. Just type GSMC in the search bar.
So, hey everyone, can you hear my ice? Ooh, some ASMR. So we're back. So that was literally the fastest thing ever. That was like the fastest process, like procedure, like beauty service, whatever you would call that. That was the fastest ever. Sippy sippy, like that girl. What's her name? Oh, what's her name? Bunny on YouTube. I love her. That's me right now. Sippy sippy. So anyway, I am fresh and clean back from my lash removal appointment, if you will. I was supposed to go at 4:30. I went a little early. That's what I love about Catherine. I'll be like, when can I come? She's like, come now. I'm like, okay. So, I went over. It literally was faster than I could say fast. It was like, whoa. So I laid down. She put this, this is my favorite thing about the whole process. Not even any of them in particular. It's just the fact that she puts these little pads under your eyes, almost like under eye masks, and they have there has to be something in them. I'm going to text her literally right now as I'm talking about them, and I'm going to ask her what those little pads are. What are those little pads you put under the eyes? Okay, so they're like these little pads, and they have to be like a mask or something because they have like some kind of something in them. I don't know, but I have to know because they're like luxurious and like they leave me feeling, it's going to be so funny if they're like just some like basic pads or, you know, whatever. But, they are like really moisturizing. Like I feel like a changed woman. At least my eyes feel like a changed woman. You know what I mean? Sippy, sippy. But she puts the pads on, and they also hold down your lower lash line. So it's like double duty. So the pads hold down your lower lash line so they stay out of the way. And I feel like they're also some kind of moisturizing, nourishing eye mask, something. They have to be because they feel so luxurious, and it makes my under eyes feel like bouncy and fresh and luminous. I love it. So anyway, that's how we start. I literally lay down the second that I walk in. I'm already talking to Catherine about my troubles. That's usually the way it goes. It's been a stressful week. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. Maybe when it's all over, I'll have a little bit of a personal like episode. Maybe we'll see. But I'm laying there and I'm talking to her, and literally before I know it, it's over. So, it was different than I expected. So you know how typically in those videos you see them squirt like a little dollop of foam on your under eye or on your eye. On your eye. They'll do like 2 dollops of foam right on your eye. She did not do that. And honestly, I'm kind of happy that she didn't do that because I feel like that would really freak me out and irritate my eyes. Because I feel like she definitely did not use a whole lot of product because I didn't even feel it happening. Like I did not even know it was happening. It was so quick. It was so simple. It was so easy. And again, just like I had said to you guys before with getting them on, you don't really feel anything. I mean, you kind of feel the little like, you know that somebody's there, but you don't really feel, their hands working on your eyelashes. It's not like you feel them take that individual lash and glue it to your individual lash and so on and so forth. Like, you really don't feel it, probably because it's your hair and you don't have any feeling in your hair, but, that would completely make sense. But anyway, so it was super, super quick, super simple, super easy. I was in there in and out in 10 minutes, and the whole thing was $40. Not that bad. Really not that bad. I mean, yeah, you're like, Melissa, you were only in there for 5 minutes and it cost you $40. Well, yes, and I'll tell you again, when you're paying for quality, it does not matter. I will always pay top dollar for quality and for Catherine because I love her and I can trust her and I know that she is never going to do me wrong. So, and also she's just so chill. Literally today, she's like, yeah, come in whenever. My appointment wasn't until 4:30. I was there at 4:00 and she's like, yep, that worked. She's top notch. So if you're in the area and you want to try something, or you're one of my friends and you want to try something, go to Catherine. Go to Catherine. She's awesome. I can't talk about how awesome she is enough. So all in all, I definitely enjoyed the experience. All in all, I liked doing something for myself. I liked pampering myself that little extra bit. It was an experience. And like I said, guys, I don't know if this is going to be a regular thing for me. I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to give my eyelashes a little bit of time because, get all the gunk and the glue off there. Not there's tons of gunk and glue. It's just your eyelashes are tired from holding up the extra weight. They've done their job. Now they're tired and they need a break. So I'm probably going to give it a little while. I went from looking like Cynthia. Well, actually, I went from looking like a beautiful princess Barbie doll to Cynthia from Rugrats. And now I am Rufus from Kim Possible. So it was quite the journey. It really made me humble myself because here I am now with no eyelashes on and I feel naked. And I knew this was going to happen. I knew it was going to happen. Catherine literally said, she was like, now you're going to feel like you're not you without your lashes. And I honestly kind of feel that way. I honestly kind of feel that way, and it's not good. I'm a little nervous about it because I can't, I mean, and I get it. I don't, like I said before, I don't do my hair. I don't do my nails. I don't go to the spa. Like, I don't get anything done for me. But at the same time, like, I do a lot of other things for me that I think fill in that, like, self-care time. Like, my skincare is so important to me, and my whole routine is so important to me. Having a stable routine is more important to me than something like that. You know, somebody out there is like, yeah, Melissa, I agree with you. And for that person out there, thank you. You don't know who you are, but now you do. But yeah, like I was saying, guys, I definitely would do it again. I definitely would do it again. I would do it for an event. I would do it. Well, here's the thing. Now the question is, would I get eyelash extensions or would I get a lift and tint? Now, for my wedding, I'm going to get eyelash extensions, no doubt. My wedding will definitely call for eyelash extensions. Catherine, if you're listening, I'll just fly you out to Florida. No problem. Don't even worry about it. You can come to my wedding. Of course. She's like, okay. But yeah, Catherine, if you're listening. Anyway, but yeah, I mean, for my own wedding, yeah, I would get my eyelash extensions done again. I definitely would. Maybe for somebody else's, just the lift and tint. I haven't gotten a lift and tint in a very, very, very long time. And I feel like after the eyelash extensions, nothing is really going to be the same. But besides the point, the lift and tint is still really pretty. And I like it because it still fits into my natural kind of, you know, get out the door and go type thing. And maybe I'll just do the tint. Maybe I'll just do the tint and not even do the lift. You know what I mean? That might be a game changer. Maybe I should try that next. Because my eyelashes are pretty curly. Like, it's not like they're straight out, like you can't see them. Like, right now, as I'm sitting here with my naked mole rat eyeballs, you can still see my eyelashes. And usually, like, in the morning when I'm getting ready for work, I kind of just curl them and leave. Like, I don't throw on a whole, like, unless I'm going somewhere. But, like, for work, I just curl my eyelashes and go. Like, and it's really not even completely and totally necessary. So maybe I just get the tint. I wonder if that's a possibility. Because maybe I'll do that next and see, because then that might be it for me. I just get them tinted because then I don't have to do the perming solution, which is what can damage your fragile little eyelash hairs. So maybe if I just get the tint, and that's the same thing that I was saying before with the eyebrow lamination too, like, I like the tint. The tint is probably the seller for me for both of those services because my eyebrows already have a really good shape. I really don't have to brow gel them or anything. They really just do what I tell them to do, and I'm a lucky gal for that. I know. But, like, I usually just fill them in with a pencil and call it a day. So, like, the tint is really what helps for me as far as the eyebrow lamination service. And the same thing goes with my eyelashes because I feel like they're already, like, pretty curly. You know, they're already there and ready to party. You know what I mean? I'll have to see if that's a possibility because that is definitely something that I would do. I would skip the perming solution on each of those services, and not damage my little eyebrow hairs. And then I could, just get the tint. Because that's really what matters to me. I mean, I know there's people out there who are probably like, oh my God, how could you literally do that and not get the lift? But, I mean, I did talk to you guys about my experience with my lift and tint, and I definitely, I love them. I really do. But the perming solution kind of scares me because after a while of doing, and maybe it's just the fact that I didn't give them enough of a break. Maybe I needed to give them a break. But even still, like, if I don't have to go through the perming solution and damage those hairs, I would rather curl my lashes. You know what I mean? Like, you guys know what I mean. You know what I mean. But yeah, so all in all, the eyelash extensions are definitely something I would do again and definitely something that I would recommend. It's a really nice thing to do for yourself. It really amps up your look. And I do agree with everybody who says, you roll out of bed and you're ready to go. But I will say it again because I think it's extremely important and it's something that I had no idea about until I made all these videos. Why do I keep saying that? Oh my God. I've only been doing this for how long now? It's an episode. I'm recording. After doing this though, there's a lot that I've found out and a lot that I've learned, and I hope that everybody else really learned something from this. I hope that this wasn't like, boring or whatever. Like, I really hope that this whole because this was a long time. Like, I think I've talked about these eyelash extensions for like weeks. So if you're still here and you're still listening to me blabber about eyelash extensions, first of all, thank you. But second of all, I really do hope that you learn something from this. We were counting on you. We were all... Wait, no, that's not what it is. We were rooting for you. We were all rooting for you. How dare you? Learn something from this. So that's me to you guys. Learn something from this, because this is something that is new and up and coming, and I feel like it can be really scary. I really thought it was going to be a lot more invasive than it ended up being, and I am a scaredy cat. I'm a scaredy cat. So I would definitely recommend it. Now, I did go on a whole rant about paying for quality, and what I will say is you don't have to spend a lot of money. There are plenty of places that you can go to get this done for a cheaper price. But what I mean by that is you are gambling with the satisfaction guarantee of quality. And because even a lot of people have said to me, Melissa, I was able to get them for $60 and mine lasted just as long and they looked just as nice. Well, I feel like those occurrences are far and few between, because yes, you can probably find someone who is going to charge you $60 and it's going to look just as good, but you can also probably find someone who's going to charge you $60 for a stick and poke in their basement, and it might look just as good, but it also might get infected and might look like garbage in a couple of years. So that is my point when I say that. Now, I'm not trying to bully people into spending money, because I understand that it's an expensive thing to do, but I would definitely pay more for something like this for the quality of the procedure. And if you're ever in Scranton, as a closing to this crazy wild ride of my eyelash extensions, if you are ever in Scranton, Pennsylvania, you need to go to Lavish Salon and Spa, and you need to see Catherine. Her Instagram, let me look it up one more time because it's spelled a little differently and I want to be sure that I'm telling you the right thing. So here we are. It is Lovely Lashies, LASHIESS. Yes, at Lavish. And you can call Lavish Salon. You can make an appointment. That's how I'm pretty sure you could. I don't see why you couldn't. I just usually don't do it that way. I just text Catherine and then we make an appointment. But I'm sure you could also contact. There's on the Instagram page, there's a contact tab. So all of the information is probably in there as well. But if you're ever in the area, in the Scranton, Pennsylvania, or anywhere in that general area, head on over to Catherine and get something done, because you won't regret it. She's absolutely amazing. She takes care of everyone. I love her. So, like I said, Lovely Lashies. And, give her a follow and check it out. And I really do hope that this wasn't too boring and people did, take something away from this, because it was a really fun experience for me and I was excited to share it with an audience, honestly. I thought it would be really fun. Like, I thought this was going to be so cool. And it was so cool to be able to go through this whole process and then, give it to you guys step by step from my perspective, a little bit from Catherine's perspective, and talk to you guys about the whole thing. So now it's all here. Everything you need to know for lash extensions, eyelash lifts and tints, eyebrow laminations. It is all here in one place, and I feel like all of the questions are answered. Now, if all of the questions weren't answered, if you have any other questions regarding eyelash extensions, eyelash lifts and tints, eyebrow laminations, message us on Instagram. Head over to the GSMC Beauty Tips Instagram, send us a message, leave a question, leave a comment. You can even leave a comment in your review on this episode. But just let me know, because I would love to answer any questions that you may have. I know it could be a scary thing. So yeah, guys, that wraps up this little last eyelash extension segment. So I'm going to take my second break here. I'm going to hop on back and we are going to get into this Nikkietutorials makeup launch because I am so excited to talk about it. I still haven't looked at it yet. I'm going to look at it when I get on here next so that you guys can like hear my first response to this palette. I think it's just an eyeshadow palette, and then we're going to talk about it. We're going to figure out the whole thing. I'm going to talk about absolutely everything I can find so you guys have all the information, again, in one place. So I'll be right back, guys. Stick around.
Tired of searching the vast jungle of podcasts? Now listen close and hear this out. There's a podcast network that covers just about everything that you've been searching. Hey! The Golden State Media Concepts Podcast Network is here. Nothing less than a podcast bliss with endless hours of podcast coverage. From news, sports, music, fashion, cooking, entertainment, fantasy, football, and so much more. So stop lurking around and go straight out to the Golden State Media Concepts Podcast Network. Guaranteed to fill that podcast itch. Whatever it may be. Visit us at www.gsmcpodcast.com. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter and download us on iTunes, SoundCloud, and Google Play.
Okay, so we're here, we're back, and we are discussing this new Nikkietutorials launch. Now, I still haven't looked at it. I was just hopping on the, it's a collab with Beauty Bay. So, Beauty Bay is, I think it's a European-based, makeup line, or however you want to say it. Like, you can buy, I think it's like an Ulta in Europe. I could totally be wrong, and you guys could be like, haha, Melissa, you are so dumb. But, that's what I think it is. I guess I'll find out now. But, basically they have this, like, get to know Nikkie and the palette, like, everything you need to know. So I thought, how fun would it be to go through this, and then we could talk about the palette. So it is an eyeshadow palette. There is nothing else in the, collab. Not like there has to be a million other things, Jeffree Star, but, there could just be one thing. So this is a makeup palette, so they say it has a creative palette design. I don't know what it looks like right now, so I guess we'll find out, but it's like a Q&A between Nikkie and I guess somebody from Beauty Bay maybe, but I mean, I thought it would be fun to go through it because this is the kind of stuff that I wonder too, you know, like, why did you choose this? Why did you make this decision? Why did you do that? You know, so on and so forth. That's what kind of brought me in, what got me so interested in the oh my gosh, the Shane Dawson and Jeffree Star collab, conspiracy thing. So I feel like this is what kind of gets me into it and like what draws me into the product. I like to know who's making it. I like to know why they made the decisions that they made. For me, it's not just, you know, makeup. I don't know. I care about those things. I don't know if that's like totally weird, but, anyway, so the first question that they ask is, what's the meaning behind the palette design? And it says, her answer is so cute. Although people know me for my bright and colorful personality, there's also a mysterious and darker side to me. This palette perfectly resembles who I am. Okay, I always call my home Temple Tutorials, and that's why we've put a temple on the palette. Okay, so I guess we'll see. I still haven't looked at it as I'm going through these, but the next question is, how did you come up with the final designs and shades? This is probably the question I care about the most. Like, where do you get these ideas? How do you create the palette? She says, I wanted to create a palette that's so gorgeous to look at that it becomes art on your wall. And as far as the shades, I wanted to create a beautiful mixture of everyday essentials, unique bolds, and mysterious darks. So in a nutshell, the perfect palette for everyone. Okay, we'll see about that. It's been a long process from initial concept to launch day. What was your favorite part of the process in creating the palette? She says creating the shades. I would have to agree. I think if I was, well, honestly, I don't know. Like, if I was coming up with my own palette, I would definitely need somebody else to make those, like, final decisions for me. Like, I'm terrible. I'm a Libra, so I'm terrible at making decisions. It's really hard for me to make a decision, and the right one most of the time. I'm constantly asking everybody if I'm making the right decision. It's a terrible trait. But anyway, I would think that my favorite part about making my own palette would be choosing the shades. But I think that would be the worst part for me. I think, like, the other day, I refurbish and, redo furniture. So I'll go in and I'll pick out a piece, and then I go and get, like, paint. Usually the paint that's on clearance at Lowe's, because it never really matters to me what the color is, because I'm going to sell it anyway. So, but the other day I was looking for, like, a really cute, like, pumpkin spice orange that I could paint up this mirror for, and I was looking through all of the different choices, and I was so disgustingly overwhelmed. Joey, my fiance, came with me, and I was like, okay, Joey, just pick one. I literally can't look at them any longer. Just pick one. I don't care which one it is. So I feel like I would have to have somebody, like, I would probably pick, like, 4 or 5, or maybe, like, far too many shades for the palette, and then they would have to narrow it down for me. Like, I definitely could not make all of those decisions. But also, shameless plug, if you want any of my refurbished anything or want me to refurbish something for you, just message me on Instagram. But anyway, they ask her why she decided to work with Beauty Bay, which is such an interesting question. But Beauty Bay, okay, so I guess it must be a Morphe type deal, maybe more than an Ulta type deal, because she says that she really liked their formula when they came out with another collab, and she wanted a palette that was just as good, and she wanted something that was going to be team oriented with trust and safety and so on and so forth, which I feel like is so sad for her to have to, like, worry about. Like, could you imagine you are coming up with, like, the people that you need to rely on, probably the most, they're going to make your product, they would swindle you, and that's such a scary thing. That would be another worry for me, I think. Definitely. They ask her how the palette, what does the palette represent to you? And she says it's an escape from everyday life. A place where you could totally be you. That's really cute. So far, so good. I mean, I literally love Nikkietutorials. She was one of the first, like, OG YouTubers. Like, she's been doing YouTube for years. Like Jaclyn Hill years. Like, she is an OG YouTuber. And when I first started watching YouTube, Nikkietutorials was who I watched. She was my favorite YouTuber. I absolutely loved her. I thought she had the coolest looks, and she has hooded eyes. So it was so helpful for me to find someone who had hooded eyes, because then I learned how to do eyeshadow for my hooded eyes. She is honestly, she's so awesome and so creative. One of my favorite YouTubers. And like I said before, I bought that palette when she came out with her palette with Too Faced, that crazy collab. I bought that palette. I had that palette. What was it? The Power of Makeup palette? Oh, so sad. I hate that she had to go through that too. So she also says, they're talking about shade names. I love the shade names. That would probably be my favorite part. That would definitely be my favorite part. So she says one of her favorites is Mr. Tutorials, as it's literally my fiance's eye color in an eyeshadow. That is so cute. And then she also named another one after her younger brother, who passed away in 2018. Oh, that shade represents the heart of the palette. See, it's things like this that make me want to be involved. Like, it makes me want to purchase this, not just because it's beautiful and it's makeup and, you know, I want to support Nikkie, but also because of how much, like, you don't realize how much time and effort and personality goes into someone's product like this. And when you read these things, it really makes you want to support her more and want to be involved and, you know, be a part of everything that she's talking about, be a part of that creativity. That's so cute. So her favorite shade, she says, is Pride. It's a duochrome eyeshadow with the trans flag colors, pink and blue. I love that. I love that. Oh, that's so cute. So then the next question they ask is, what sets this palette apart from others? A hefty question. She says, it's hard to answer this question because everything has been done. Every palette has been made. But what I know is this is my dream palette. I made this for everyone who's followed me for years, who watches my videos, who is as obsessed with makeup as I am. Whether you're new to makeup or a total pro, I hope the colors will speak to you as strongly as they do to me. Secondly, I truly believe that this is the best quality makeup for the most affordable price when it came to the formula. There's been no compromise. That's the kind of stuff that I want to hear. And honestly, I wouldn't, like, not that I would assume that Nikkie would swindle me. In fact, I would assume that she wouldn't swindle me. But for her to say, you know, this is the best quality at the best price, she genuinely wants the best for her fans, and I feel like she's always wanted the best for her fans, and I feel like she's always been completely and totally genuine whenever she could. So, there is pressed pigment formulas in this eyeshadow. So they ask the best way to use it. And she says they're best used with your fingers, which I definitely agree. I feel like your fingers are some of your best makeup tools. And I feel like people overlook that a lot. So this next question, inclusivity, is super important to you. How are the shades and formula complementary for a wide variety of skin tones? She said she kept everyone on planet Earth in mind when she was creating this palette. That's so cute. I love her. She says one of her favorites is All In. It's a duochrome shade on people with a fairer complexion. It can also be used as a mesmerizing green highlighter, but on people with a darker complexion, it truly comes to life and gives you that punch of green. I love a good green. Can I tell you that? I literally just got this Yeti. I can't stop saying literally. Please punch me in the face. I just got this Yeti. That's what you hear my eyes in. It's that limited edition Northwoods green color. That is my favorite color. Literally my favorite color in the whole wide world. And I feel like a green smoky eye is something so flattering and so pretty that a lot of people don't even think of. Green is beautiful. I love a good green. Maybe I'll do a little makeup tutorial with like a green smoky eye. That wouldn't be a bad idea. Okay, so the next question is, the palette reflects the two sides of your personality. When you're feeling the darker side, how do you see the light? Or do you embrace it? And she says, sometimes it's a good thing to reflect and become aware of why you're having a dark day. What's even more important is to discover within yourself how to always find your inner light. Surround yourself with what makes you happy. Remember, everybody has darker days sometimes, and that's okay. So I get the feeling that, I still haven't seen the palette, but I get the feeling that we're going to have like a lighter, more neutral side, maybe even not neutral, just like lighter colors, brighter colors. And then we're going to have another side of like darker, maybe some more adventurous tones and colors. And obviously some pressed pigments in there. We talked about that. Love a good pressed pigment. So, I still haven't looked at the palette. I'm getting really excited, but I also kind of want to find out what Beauty Bay is. Why do I feel like I'm the only person in the world who doesn't know what Beauty Bay is? Because I'm really confused. When you first pull up like the homepage, there's like Mario Badescu and like Physicians Formula, and then there's Nikkietutorials. Like, I don't totally understand what this is. Like, what... Is there like a what are we page? Account and information? No. So I really don't know what Beauty Bay is. Is it like their own brand or like an Ulta thing or like a Morphe thing? I don't entirely understand, but I do think it's a European thing because they when a pop-up came up, that said they're now shipping to the US. So I would imagine it's like a European thing or like a UK thing. I'm not entirely sure. Oh, well, she's Dutch. So maybe that's what it is. Okay, so now it's all coming together. It's all coming together. It makes sense. So, yeah. Let's take a look at this, and then obviously we'll go over the whole thing. I pulled up her YouTube video, so I'm gonna, like, kind of watch it with you guys, kind of not watch it at the same time. Like, I'm gonna, stop and start and talk about what she's talking about. But, let's take a look at this, because I'm really excited to see it. I feel like I'm gonna love it. The eye looks, like, her promo pictures are, like, really, really awesome. Oh my god. Guys. This is literally so stunning. So, okay, so there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there are 25 shades in this palette. And I can't even describe it to you. There's shimmers, there's mattes, there's naturals, there's bolds. There's this beautiful, like, dark, plummy purple, a cobalt blue. This is literally, and like, just like I was saying, so there's like a side, and there's 2 mirrors. So like it opens like a book, it looks like. So it opens like a book, and there's 2 mirrors on each side, and then there's the light side that's like pink, and then the dark side that's like black. This is literally so cute. And like, just knowing like how much like work and effort and personality that she put into this, like, honestly, it makes me want to buy it more. I'm so excited to go over like all of the like the specs with you and talk about the whole thing. I want to talk about the packaging. I want to talk about the shades. I want to watch the video and look at the swatches. I'm going to give you my full 100% review and get right into it, because I literally, so far, I love this palette. This definitely looks like something that I'm gonna purchase if I can. Right now it says it's out of stock. I get it. It's literally so beautiful. And to listen to that whole thing, like read that whole thing about the palette, like that's something that you would normally skim over, you just like skim past that whole thing, that whole article, and just get right to like throw this in my cart. But that kind of stuff is what makes me want to purchase a palette. It's the stuff that makes me want to support her even more than I already do. So, yeah. I'm going to take my third little break here, and then we are going to hop on back, and we are going to go through the whole thing. I'm going to talk about every little last detail, and then I'm obviously going to give you my review. If I'm going to buy it, what I think about it, what I'm going to do, what I'm feeling. Okay, that sounds good. Alright, so I'm going to take my last little break here, and then I'm going to come right back, and we are going to hop right into this. Stay tuned.
Do you want to be healthier, yet you just don't know what to do? All these shows telling you this and that, but nothing seems to work. Well, listen close. Golden State Media Concepts has got something great for you. The Health and Wellness Podcast, dedicated to workout trends, healthy eating habits, diet, and everything about healthy living. Join us in our banters as we help you not just live life to the fullest, but live it to the healthiest.
Okay, so we're here, we're back, and we're talking everything Nikkietutorials and Beauty Bay. Palette, collab, release, whatever you will. That is what we're here to chat about. So, as I'm actually reading this, it is called a pressed pigment palette which is interesting. Actually, ColourPop, their eyeshadows, they call them pressed pigments. So maybe it's just supposed to be, pressed pigment palette, like it's going to be brighter, more vivid, whatever, so on and so forth. So we are on the Beauty Bay site. Thank you, Beauty Bay, for all of this amazing information. So this is the description. We're going to read it aloud with the class. A 20-shade pressed pigment eyeshadow palette. It's the moment we've all been waiting for. Introducing the limited edition Nikkietutorials and Beauty Bay pressed pigment palette. 20 pressed pigment shades curated by Nikkietutorials herself. The palette is packed with all the mattes, shimmer, and duochromes you need to create a Nikkie-approved look, designed to showcase the two sides of Nikkie's personality, the bright and the dark. The palette features Beauty Bay's iconic high pigment formula for that major staying powder. Have the best time creating. Okay, so it's vegan, cruelty-free. Really important. Love that. Of course. So, first and foremost, I have never used Beauty Bay's products. I really don't even know what Beauty Bay is. I'm still confused. I'm still conflicted. Is it like Morphe? Is it like Ulta, but better? Because they obviously have their own formula and their own products, as well as the fact that they sell, what did I see? Physicians Formula, Mario Badescu, Elemis, like they sell other brands of makeup. So is it like a Morphe type thing where they do collabs and they have their own formulas, you make your own shades, so on and so forth, while they also sell, Jeffree Star Cosmetics and stuff like that? Or is it like Ulta, but like better? Because Ulta does have their own products. You guys go see where I'm going with this. I'm not entirely sure. So I've never used any of their products. I've never used a Beauty Bay eyeshadow palette, so I don't know how good they are. Maybe there's some reviews that I could look at or something like that, but I have never used any of their products. So this is really cute, first and foremost. The packaging is really nice. So I'm trying to see, get the inside scoop. Maybe that's what I want to do. Get the inside. Oh no, that is the article that we just talked about. Okay, so this palette is not even a double-sided. Basically, it has like two doors that open up. And one side is pink and it's got lighter shades. And then the other side is dark and it's got darker shades. And there's two mirrors on each side. And you can kind of like hold it up like, okay, those trifold boards that you used for your science project? Like that. You can hold it up like that and use the palette. Now, on the front, it is the same thing through and through. There's the pink side for the brighter side and the lighter side, and then the black side for the darker side. This looks like some really beautiful artwork. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if she got somebody to do this for her. So she said in the article before that she likes to call her house temple tutorials, which is cute. So on the front, it seems like there is a temple of some sort, and the pink side has like smiley faces and colorful lips, and it's pink and orange and a little bit of blue, and it's got an eye on it, and it's really fun. It's really cute. I'm here for it. But the other side is honestly something that is really interesting. It's really pretty artwork. So it's obviously the other side of the temple. It's more black and with the same accents, though, like blues and pinks. There's a full moon with a howling wolf. There's a big, like, scary tree that takes up the whole thing, and clouds, and there's like a rocky sort of like ground and a grave. What does that say? I can't. Makeup shamers? Maybe that's what that says. I can't exactly read. Oh wait, I can zoom in on the picture from here. Okay, great. Let me see here. Makeup shamers. That is what it says on a gravestone right next to a skeleton holding up the middle finger. I love this so far. This is definitely right up my alley. So, a close up on the shades here. There is the shade Redemption. It's like a kind of Cheeto dust. It reminds me of that shade from the Conspiracy palette. Not to compare, but it looks like that. It's like a light orange kind of shade. And then next to that is Blend and Snap. That is such a cute name. Blend and Snap. It's a really cute, baby pink, I would say. It's matte. The other one is matte too. Redemption is matte as well. There is Ivy. I want to know more about Ivy. It looks like one of the duochrome shades, or even just the pressed shimmer. It is white in the pan. I wonder what it looks like swatched. I'm gonna watch the video and at least watch her swatches so that I could see what they look like swatched. That's so important. The next shade is definitely one of my favorite shades in the palette, called Slasher. It's like a deep plum kind of shade. Literally one of my favorite eyeshadow shades ever. I could just throw that in on my entire eye and call it a day, really. So the last one in that row is a deep chocolate brown called 5 a.m. Perfect transition shade. It's a deep chocolate brown. So going back over, we have Roxy, is that what it says? Roxy Catan? Roxy, I don't know. Sorry guys, you lost me on that one. This looks like another glitter, a pressed glitter. It's a really nice, it looks like a neutral gold, in my opinion. The next one is a really cool shade called VLA. It looks like a highlighter. It looks like a yellow highlighter. Hands down, that is the shade. The next one is a red. Straight red, like crayon red, like red rum red. That is the one that is named after her brother. She said she named this one after her brother who died when he was 18. She said it's the heart of the palette. It's like right in the center of the palette. That's really sweet. The next shade is it looks like another transition shade, but a little bit more of an orangey tone to the brown, called Mila. And then the next is another pressed glitter called Underground. Now this looks like more of a champagne-y gold kind of color. Really pretty. This is a really interesting one. The next one is called Plot Twist. It's like a sky blue or like a baby blue pastel matte. I wonder what that looks like swatched. I would be surprised to see that because that's a really interesting shade. The next one looks like another pressed glitter called Aura. It looks like a rust kind of burnt orange type deal. Really cute. The next it looks like a really good, setting the eyeshadow primer or a brow bone shade called Basic Trut. Is that what that says? I think that's what that says. I'm not sure what that means. But a basic brow bone color or set the eye base color. The next one is another pressed glitter called All In, another kind of gold, but a little bit more on the yellow side of the gold. The next one is super cool, like a seafoam green called Ew. And then another pressed glitter. I think this is Pride. I can't really tell, but this is the one that she said was duochrome. So it's the duochrome pressed glitter that is reflectant of blue and pink, but it looks pink in the pan. Then there is Zommer, which looks like another kind of transition shade, a little bit more neutral, not super orange, not super rich and brown, but something right in the middle. There's another really cool, I think this is another duochrome. I might be wrong, but this is called Mama Tutorials, probably after their mom, which is so cute. But it's a nice teal blue. I wonder if it's one of the duochrome ones. And then the last two, I can't see the shade names because of the picture. Maybe if I go to the whole palette, I could see. Yeah, I could zoom in. So there is the last two. There is a beautiful cobalt blue called Amsterdam. Cute. And then the last one is called Mr. Tutorials. It's a bronzy brown kind of, it looks like another pressed glitter. So first glance, I would absolutely buy this. This looks like something that I could use on a daily basis. I could also use to ramp up my look. I'm really interested to see the swatches. I'm excited to head over to her video and see the swatches because a lot of these shades look absolutely awesome in the pan, but as we all know, sometimes what you get in the pan is not what you get in the performance. So I'm hopeful. I'm really hopeful because, like I said, at first glance, I absolutely love this palette. This is definitely right up my alley. My friend, you know who you are. You were right. I hope you got it too. But I really, really do love it. And I do think that when she takes those little personal moments and puts them in something like this, it makes me want to support her more. So I'm opening up the video. Let me just turn my phone volume all the way down. So I'm gonna skip to the swatches, I think. Let me see if she's got anything important. This obviously already launched. I'm a little late. This already launched, but maybe there is something in here. Okay, so it is $30. That's what it is retailing for, which is insanity. $30 for a makeup palette, an eyeshadow palette. That is fantastic. So I wonder if it's going to be coming back in stock. Maybe she'll post something about it. Oh, wait, I want to look at the unicarton because it looks like it's like a key. So, okay, let's see. Hurry up. We don't have, ooh, okay, so the unicarton is like a little keyhole. That is so super cute. So it's like opening up, and then the back also has all of the shades listed as well. I really can't get over the packaging for this. It's totally personal and just really pretty, really beautiful. Something I have never seen before. So let's see if I hope she's going to do swatches. Does she? Oh yeah, okay. So this is some of the swatches here that I am live watching for you to see what the deal is. I'm going to turn it up a little bit. Oh, okay. Whoa. Okay, so she has swatched right now the yellow shade, the ivy shade. So that white shade that I was talking about looks like it is just a white shimmer, which I am totally here for. And she's pointing right now at the, that pink shade. She's also, it looks like she's wearing it too. It is definitely a stunning pink, reflective of that blue and pink. She said that was for the trans flag. Super cute. Love that. But, so far the swatches look really good. I was really, doubting that bright yellow, but the swatch that she has on her hands is like nothing that I would expect. It looks like a highlighter. Like it looks like she highlighted her hand, in all seriousness. So I think she's swatching more right now. Ooh. Okay, so the red shade is not matte. It doesn't look like it is a matte red. It looks like it kind of looks glossy. Is that weird? It kind of looks like a glossy red as she's swatching it. The next one, what is that? Oh, that is that brownish kind of thing. That's not matte either. She has a little snip in here where she's using it as a highlight. And she's really pale, so maybe it's like maybe it could be a highlight for everyone, hopefully. I don't know. I'm not listening to the sound, so I feel like I'm losing a little bit here. These glitters, though, are absolutely stunning. Like, there is nothing like swatching a glitter, and she says she did say that the best way to apply these is with your finger. Oh my god, that seafoam green. She just swatched that seafoam green. It is insanity. It is so pigmented. It is so bright. I mean, I'm not about to speculate the truthfulness of these swatches. I really believe her. But this looks like 3 or 4 passes. Like, I can't get over it. Like, it is literally so pretty. It is like a seafoam matte green. If I'm going to buy the palette, I'm going to buy it for that shade alone. It is so pretty. Oh my god. And I can't get over like I was just saying, like these shimmers and the duochromes are glistening. Okay, so the blue one, the blue shimmer, that was Nikkietutorials, is literally like a mermaid shade. It looks like, it is a blue shimmer and it looks like a mermaid. That is literally the only way that I know how to describe it to you. It literally looks like a mermaid. I love this palette. This is literally so stunning. Although I think I missed the swatch of that plum shade. Maybe I'll go back. Oh, she's swatching that cobalt blue. Okay. So, after further research, the cobalt blue shade called Amsterdam seems to swatch as more of a royal purple, which is okay, which is totally fine. I feel like blues and purples, I feel like I've heard somewhere that they're a really hard formulation of eyeshadow to come up with. So it looks cobalt blue in the pan, but it seems to swatch as more of a royal purple. It could always be the lighting. There could be a ton of different factors into it. But it does look a little bit more purple than blue. But like I was saying, I think I missed that plum shade, but I'm not worried about it. I feel like that is not a super difficult, shade. So it looks like, is she talking about something else? Oh, okay. So there is something else in the collab. She has pop sockets. So that's really cute. An interesting collab idea. So she has these pop sockets that you could get too. I don't think I've ever seen anything like that. They're just like cute little Beauty Bay pop sockets that you could get. Oh, that is so cute. So after further research, I would buy this palette in a heartbeat. Absolutely, I would buy this palette. The unicarton is absolutely gorgeous. The packaging is so pretty, so personal, and it does really look like artwork. I mean, I know that it's really not that serious, but I really enjoy something that is artistically pleasing to look at, and I think that, you can see all of the effort and time that she put into this creation. You could see how personal she made this entire endeavor. 20 shades, $30. I really hope that it comes back in stock because I would definitely, I really want it. I really want it. After seeing those shades swatched, ooh, that cobalt blue, it's a little bit more purple, even that seafoam green and the yellow. I literally can't get over how pigmented these shades look. Like, I would definitely recommend it to anyone. I think it's really nice. I think it's a great person to support. I think, I really don't know the quality of Beauty Bay shadows. I could be totally, out of the loop here. But without that in mind, I do think that, it's definitely worth the price point. A person to support. It looks like a really, really nice palette, a really interesting palette, a really personal palette. So I would recommend it. I really hope that I could get my hands on it because it is absolutely stunning. So yeah, that pretty much wraps this up here, guys. We talked about a lot today. Again, I really hope that the talk about my eyelash extensions is not super annoying. I really thought that it would be something that people would want to hear. And this Nikkietutorials thing is something that I'm super, super excited for, and I really hope I can get my hands on it. I really do. So thank you for listening to the GSMC Beauty Tips Podcast, brought to you by the GSMC Podcast Network. Guys, subscribe to the show. Please subscribe. Then you're going to know when everything's coming out. You're going to be in the loop. Don't you want to be in the loop? You don't want that FOMO. So subscribe and leave a review. You have no idea how much it helps us when you leave a review. It helps me a lot too. I really like to know what you guys think. I like to know what you want to hear. I like to know what you don't want to hear. I like to know if you like what I'm talking about, so on and so forth. So leave a review. It's extremely helpful to absolutely everyone. And don't forget to follow us on social media. We have Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. You can personally contact me on Instagram. I can answer any questions that you might have, or if you want to hear something specific, or so on and so forth. Find us on the Instagram, GSMC Beauty Tips. We're also on Facebook and Twitter. And yeah, thank you guys so much, and have a great week.
You've been listening to the Golden State Media Concepts Beauty Tips Podcast, part of the GSMC Podcast Network. You can find this show and others like it at www.gsmcpodcast.com. Download our podcast on iTunes, Stitcher, SoundCloud, Google Play, or anywhere you find podcasts. Just type in GSMC to find all of our shows from the GSMC Podcast Network, from health and wellness to entertainment and life and happiness to sex and relationships. You can also follow us on Twitter and Facebook. Thank you, and we hope you have enjoyed today's episode of the Golden State Media Concepts Beauty Tips Podcast.